Good morning. I'm Jonathan Barrett. This sort of 9.5 minutes series is just introducing a few ideas. This is one which a lot of our clients actually are looking at. It's the Share Wealth systems, where a lot of clients actually look to trade, invest in it, particularly in the equity markets. But what we're going to talk about is a little bit about the overall system and why I like it. I've had close to 25 years experience in the markets, and I've seen a lot of systems go past my desk. This is one which I've sort of came across about 2 years ago, and I sort of really liked it because it fit into my portfolio, and I'll tell you the reasons why. I guess when I look at a trading system, I sort of look at it as a mechanism to beat the market, basically, beat how they beat the All Ords, and that's the general benchmark that I have. But what I do find is it's very hard to also have a bit of an idea of the stocks you really like to trade as well. So what I've adopted is more of a system where I use a Share Wealth system as well as my own ideas and actually allocate accordingly some of my portfolio to Share Wealth, and also some of my portfolio to my ideas, because you don't understand, after all this year's experience, I certainly have my own ideas as well. And I find it's actually a good balance, because I've got a systematic system that gives me buy and sell signals and also stop signals. It's a money management system as well that allows me to be with the trend of the market and be able to capture when the market is trending. And to me, that's very important. We can go long, we can get into a high-risk situation, we lose stock, we add stock, and we pyramid stock. And I think that's really important, because it is part of money management to take advantage of when the market is actually moving. And you find yourself in a situation where you say, well, should I be in? Should I be out? But using GPS, I find that it's quite positive, because I'm actually in the market when I need to be, and I'm also out when it tells me to. So as I said, I break that up. I've obviously got my little special interest stuff in the way I trade, and I certainly enjoy that. But as I said, as a way to get involved in the market, I think it's one of those. A mechanical system is good, and I think the Share Wealth system is one which I think is highly regarded, and obviously I use it and sort of can recommend it. But there's also other things about GPS which I'll bring to your attention as well. Obviously, we're in commodities, and we trade a lot in commodities, and we actually use it as well for some of the other types of markets. Now, this is interesting because it actually also provides you with a not 100% exposure to equities, and you could actually break your portfolio up. Into saying, well, 75% will be equities, and you might have a 25% on some of the other commodities. And I think that's what I wanted to actually sort of impart on you, that you don't necessarily just have to use GPS to give you the edge in equities, but you can also use it to get the edge in some of the commodities as well, and that's what I like. I'm just going to spend a little bit of time there showing how you can actually do that. Okay, this is obviously GPS, and you can see there that it's a standard thing. What I'm going to look at is just a few of the markets. So I guess one of the most important ones there for us in commodities is the dollar index, and there it is there. And let's just bring that up. And as you can see, the signal we got there was quite low, and it's given us a good signal, and we haven't got an exit. And you're not necessarily having to trade a lot on that. You just sit there and buy it. I guess one of the other important ones there are just looking at, say, for instance, gold. Type it in. There we go. A little bit of a concern there. Why aren't I getting it up there? That's gold. There we go. And that should come up. There we are there. As you can see, gold is consolidating here. Not really, and I guess that's with any mechanical system. If it's not trending, it always tries to pick that trend. You might lose a little bit here, but as you can see here, some very, very good signals. One here I like is a buy, false break, consolidation, but it got us back into the market, and to me that is a very, very important signal. Some of the other ones which are quite good, oil, which you look at that, you can see there's the crude oil, just come out there. A little bit more there. That's pretty much on the old basis, but we still get some very good signals here. And as you can see, you've got that ability there for to get that buy and get that sell. Some good little profits there. Stuff out there. It's not too bad. and of course we're long at the moment. So you can actually use not just for equities, but I think using GPS for other commodities is actually not a bad thing. Have a look at the Aussie US. There's another good one here, and as you can see, you can't really see it's got a signal on there. That's because the signal is way back down in 64, and as you can see it, I'll just try and grab it. Is that signal? Looks like it hasn't come up. I must have been doing something a little bit wrong there, but that's certainly there because we certainly looked at it and checked it. So if anything there, I think you can look at some of these signals and for some of the other commodities, and as mentioned, you can actually get a bit of an edge there when looking at investing, and I think to me that's one of the most important things, is just being able to get that edge to invest. Now, the other thing about just looking at SPAR is obviously that ability to have some alerts, and whenever a market you get a buy signal or a sell signal, it certainly comes up, and that to me is also another advantage of using the system, and it just makes it easier for you to scan a lot of markets, particularly in the commodities, and just get those little buy and sell signals. One of the combinations and why we like to work with it purely is because how we also do the bookkeeping, and what we find using the two systems are Falcon Trader and GPS. You find that we can get access to all the markets, and they're not just the commodity markets, the currency markets, and also always your equity markets. You've got one trading system that brings it all together, and that's what I really enjoy about it. And the most important thing is that you can save a lot of money, because all these statements that we get here, you just provide to your accountant, and/or your accountant can just log in and be able to get all that systems for all that information for BAS. And from my mind, the Falcon Trader is one which has been built from the account side up, and to me that's one of the most important things, because you just don't have to worry about all that information. You check your account summaries. Once you've checked your account summaries, your accountant looks at the data, and within 5 minutes you can get 12-month track record of all the costs, all the interests, all the dividends you get that cover all the asset classes you trade. So I think it's a great combination when you look at the Sharewell systems and you look at the CBS Falcon Trader, because that brings it all together for us. And as you can see, there's lots of statements that you can get your teeth into. So I guess in a quick summary, we like, obviously we have a relationship with Gary Stone and the boys from Sharewell Systems. We can see that there's great synergies between the two. GPS offers us the ability to not just trade the equities but some of the other commodities, and we find that that can also provide you with a very good balance of investments. Remember, as I said, I like to break my investments up into the stocks I like to trade, the commodities I like to trade, and also I like a mechanical system next to it which just plugs along. I follow the system, and then I know that if the market does move up, well, I'm going to be long, and I also know that that looks after its own cash management area in the system, and all I need to do is follow the signals. So as I mentioned, I love the two systems. They work well together, and I think if you've got any concerns or anything like that on it, just feel free to give us a call. It's 1300 660 734, and yeah, look, as I said, I think it's a positive outcome for using both systems. Well, that's about it for that, and as I said, feel free to give us a call or download a demo. That's www.falcontrader.com. Obviously, you've got the Sharewell system, but I think it's a good partnership. Have a good day.